So, Peter from the past, how can I be of assistance?
Well, I guess my first question is, what have we achieved in these 10 months? Where are we now? And how happy are you, or am I, with the overall program?
Yes, so Peter of the past, you'd be much more happier today than you thought you would have been this time last year. I think the progress has been absolutely phenomenal for me, far outseeded my expectations, and I think, as we'll hear a little bit later, even the expectations of some of our tribe owners. But I'll get back to those in a minute. So what have we managed to achieve? We've mobilized our tribes. 9 tribes in total. We've got 15 squads, that's more than was in the original plan, mobilized, consisting of over 200, that's 200 cross-functional people. We've achieved close to 2/4 of execution for the priority tribes and squads. And you know, this is an amazing effort. I've never seen an initiative this broad, this deep, this important, make this much progress in such a short period of time. So I'd like to thank and recognize everybody on this call, all the 200 and all of those people across DSM who have delivered such phenomenal epics, features, and of course, user stories.
Great to hear that we have managed to mobilize at such a rapid rate and are making good progress on getting tribes and squads up and running. But most importantly, are we seeing value and benefits being delivered from the program in these initial stages? I really hope the ELT doesn't ask for their money back.
Well, yeah, from a value perspective, this is a really, really interesting thing, because the value from a financial perspective, of course, we are tracking. We're tracking over 4 buckets, namely the impact on revenue, the impact on margin, the impact on cost, and sorry, the fourth one, which isn't a financial one, employee satisfaction. And we can see in all of the buckets, in all of the squads, great progress in that area. And I think
seems like a solid start in terms of value generation from the program, but I'm sure we can always deliver more and faster. And did I mention more? How are the DNP ELT and tribe owners feeling about the program?
That's a really, really great question. And thank you, Peter of the past, who's now standing outside the Hill and building. Thank you so much for asking that one. So why don't we ask our tribe owners on the call their views? So I see Luca, over to you, please. Your views on the program so far.
Yeah, thank you, Peter and Peter of the past, both actually. No, I mean, it's been a great journey so far. If I look at, the 2 tribes I'm owning, so the procurement tribe and the operations tribe, I think we were about the first starters. So at least we had the privilege that we could make mistakes because we were just first and learn from our mistakes. I think all in all, as I said, has been a great journey, which has generated a lot of attention and interest everywhere. Again, if you talk about my own expectations, have we run as fast as we maybe, or I wanted, maybe not, but I think we have learned a big deal in this first phase. And I'm really looking forward to the next steps, because I think, again, we can definitely leverage what we learn in these first quarters for the future. So really positive feedback.
Super. Thanks, Luca, on behalf of me and that other one. Andre Boss, my good friend, what's your views so far, please?
So early in the morning, Peter, right?
Yeah.
No, like Luca said, Luca, you were just a little bit ahead of us, yeah, which I also liked. So I could look around a little bit and see what this is all about, because it was the jargon was pretty new for me. The approach was new for me, for us, and then very honestly, Peter, then you are a little bit skeptical. What is this? How is this going to work? Is this something for me or for us, or is this just a fancy stuff? So what happened in our tribe with 3 squads? What I truly appreciated is that we started to understand very rapidly how to get organized with the help of a lot of you here on the phone. We designed a structured approach, Peter. Structured in the sense that there was a rigor in the process, while there is a lot of room for creativity. And what I truly appreciate is that the 3 squads help each other, and also have a little bit of competition in the tribe as well, because you want to make progress. What I appreciate a lot is that in the past it was a scattered approach. Can I use that word? It was everywhere. There were pockets of improvements, but nobody knew exactly where it was and what it was, and we called it digitalization. Yeah, we need maybe a better word for it. I agree. And now it's orchestrated, like a big orchestra almost, with a lot of tribes and squads, and we are going in sync. Yeah, somewhere, Peter, we're going in sync somewhere, but creating a beautiful piece of work and art. So that's where I am, and we are, not I, because I'm the dinosaur in this team, but that's where we are with our tribe. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Andre. Really nice word. Really appreciate it. From one dinosaur to another. So, Ivo, I believe you're there. What's your perspectives, please?
Thank you, and a very good morning to all of you. This is really the great time, really, to get your week started. So at least the topic is really something which I'm really is dear to my heart. I'm responsible for the tribe, order to cash, and yeah, I think we're making really good progress. Already many things being said by Luca, but also by Andre. I think it was a bit of a scattered approach in the past, and now it's coming far more in sync. At the same time, we also start to learn a little bit of a new language. So thanks for that, Peter. Tribes, squads, and all kind of stuff. Just that took a little bit of a while, at least for myself, but I think for others as well. But I think it's a great way of actually going about making progress, and that's what we see happening now. So I think there's momentum, and of course we'll do a further deep dive later on in the week to see where we stand exactly. But I'm very confident. What actually is for me even more pleasing is the cross-pollination across some of the tribes. So Andre is responsible also, of course, for the supply chain side, and actually all the insights in supply chain, and that has an impact on AutoCast as well. So in that sense, I'm very pleased really to see that we can start materializing on these guys cross-pollinations and really make good use of these. So yeah, good progress so far. And looking forward really for the next 3 months. First, actually a bit of a taking stock of where we are today, but I'm very confident that in 3 months the world will be looking different again. Back to you.
Super, thanks very much, Ivo. And Philip, I believe you're on the call. Really be great to get your perspective, please. And I know as well, in your own business, you're also starting to think about perhaps additional uses of Agile. Perhaps you might give us some views on that as well, if you're able to, please.
No, I think much has been said, Peter. I think it's a fantastic effort. I mean, lots of things were running. I mean, if I think of Growth Booster, if I in H&H, if I think of the white spaces from DFS, also good stuff from ANH and PCA that we're building on. But now it's all coming together, and basically we're learning from each other and rolling things out in a very consistent way. And yeah, sometimes we're concerned about the speed at which we try to go, but what I also see is that I take the example of lead management. I see many regions coming up with their own kind of solutions for lead management. So if we don't go that fast, I mean, some parts of the organization will develop their own things in a less coordinated and less structured way. So I think there's a lot of enthusiasm for improving prospect to order across the organization. So, and I think it's good that we're running this fast. As you say, I think the agile way of working is also, I think, yeah, very exciting, but also very satisfying for people. And also on that front, you see initiatives pop up left, center, right in the organization. So yeah, for H&H, we've taken the initiative to educate, or we will take the initiative to educate the entire organization on agile ways of working, especially in the triangle between innovation, our marketing segments, and our regions, because that is still a space where we still very much work in the traditional way, where we make kind of 60-page decks with 3-year plans and 25 sub work streams and sub projects, etc. And then you review that plan, and then you hope that it goes well, and you review another time in a year from now. And I don't think that is the modern way of working anymore. And yeah, I think it would be also more exciting to also in the innovation space, in the marketing space, together with the regions, when we develop plans to do that in a much more agile way. And we're going to start an initiative around that.
You know, what would a session like this be without some feedback from our finance organization? So Eros, you're a member of the ELT, but you're not a tribe owner in the sense of from a DNA perspective, but clearly Impulse is very, very much part of our digital transformation. I'm not sorry to put you on the spot, but putting you on the spot, give us your views, please. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to everyone. First of all, it's great to see a nutrition family that gets together. I think this is probably one of the biggest changes also from the past, where it's not about DNP, DFS, DHC. We are taking this as a nutrition project, which sets a good foundation for the future. Peter, you're right. So we on finance, we have kicked off also our major transformation with the project Impulse, which is the implementation of a central finance layer that sits on top of all our scattered ERPs. And it's great to see that we are all moving together, because the ideal world in the future would be that financial and non-financial data are actually available and can be used to actually steer better the business. So I think it's an exciting moment for all of us that we are all working on the future together. So